William Blake. Poet, painter, engraver, and visionary William Blake worked to bring about a change both in social order and in the mind of men. Though in his lifetime his work was largely neglected or dismissed, he is now considered on the leading light of English poetry, and his works has only grown in popularity. In his Life of William Blake, Alexander Gilchrist warned his readers that Blake neither wrote nor drew for the many, hardly for work-day men at all, rather for children and angels, himself a divine world, whose playthings were sun, moon, and stars, the heavens and the earth. Yet Blake himself believed that his writings were of national importance and that they could be understood by a majority of his peers. Far from being an isolated, mystic, Blake lived and worked in the teeming metropolis of London at a time of great social and political change that profoundly influenced his writing. In addition to being considered one of the most visionary of English poets and one of the great progenitors of English Romanticism, his visual artwork is highly regarded around the world. Blake was born on November 28, 1757. Unlike many well-known writers of his day, Blake was born into a family of moderate means. His father James was a boxer and the family lived at 28 Broad Street in London in an unpretentious but respectable neighborhood. All 7 children were born to James and Catherine Wright Blake, but only 5 survived infancy. Blake seems to have been close to his youngest brother Robert, who died young, but all account Blake had a pleasant and peaceful childhood, made even more pleasant by skipping any formal schooling. As a young boy, he wandered the streets of London and could easily escape to the surrounding countryside. His parents did, however, encourage his artistic talents, and the young Blake was enrolled at the age of 10 in Park's drawing school. The expense of the continued formal training in art was a prohibitive. A Song of Innocence is written in the past pastoral mode with simple imagery. It deals with childhood as the symbol of innocence. The world of innocence is full of joy and happiness. The child becomes the object of Blake's poetry because he is closer than the adult to the original state of harmony with nature. Song of Experience is more complex and pessimistic. The world of experience is full of cruelty and injustice, and it's all focused on adulthood. Blake considered imagination the mean through which man could know the world. Imagination means see more beyond the material reality. The poets become a sort of prophet who can see deeply. Blake believed in the reality of a spiritual world, but he thought that Christianity was responsible for the fragmentation of consciousness and the dualism characterizing man's life. He stated, without contrasts, there is no progression. The possibility of progress is situated in the tension between contraries, good and evil, male and female, reason and imagination.